Hello, my name is Ryan Bell. Today we are going to do detector tubes. So we have a number of different pumps. This first one is a Gastech 100 here. And we have an older version right here, as well as a hand pump. And we'll show you some pictures of the AC models. So going over the pump, first we have that tip. So that grommet in there, there is a kit to replace those, but holds that detector tube nice and tight. On the end here, you'll see it says tip breaker to cut those and score it. On the other end, in the center on this model, it has an indicator when you've had it's complete with the white here. You want to match this arrow with the red on the 100, so that's 100 cc's. With that, if you're doing 50, you would turn it around. Notice that has that 50 sign. So the pump is pretty straightforward. So for our detector tubes, there's over 500 different detector tubes. They're convenient because they have, you can do it right now and know the concentration in the air, as well as they're inexpensive, and have some safety precautions in there for the glass should it shatter or anything like that. So when we start this, we want to make sure the tube is sealed properly. So what we're going to do is insert that in here, and it's really important you have the direction correct. So on here it says that the concentration, so you want the highest going towards it, as well as there's an arrow here. So the pump is going to draw air in, so that's the way you want the arrow. So the arrow is going to go this way, but two ways of doing it. So the higher concentration goes to the pump, or that going towards the arrow to the pump. So this, we're just want to make sure there's no leaks. We're pulling straight back. And notice there's two clicks on this one. The little older model has the first click at 50 cc's, and then the second click is 100 cc's. So the rule of thumb is a minute on this one for these detector tubes. So we're using isopropanol alcohol, and it says you want to do it for 2 minutes. So that's what we'll do on there. So to start a sample, we'll let that complete. So I've already actually made sure it was complete on here. So we'll score the tube, put it in the ice thing, break it off. Same thing with here, scoring it and breaking it off. And then we're looking for that arrow, so we're going towards the pump. Good. And then, so on this one, we're doing 100 cc's, so right here, marking that. And again, we're on wherever we're trying to test it for, the room, for example, we're going straight back. And then here's that click. As well as on the end, that there was a white dot in there. When it's complete for 2 minutes, so we have 2 minutes counting now, we'll let this set, and then we'll see what the concentration is. So a lot of times, a 50 concentration is just for if we're extending that concentration range. It's really important to look at these boxes. So for this one, it's 113L for isopropanol alcohol. And we look at the instructions. Lots of important information here. It says 2 minutes to perform it. It says it's going to slightly turn blue for indicator of a pale blue when it changes color. Also in the box is that you want to have some labels, so you can stick this directly to the tubes and label it as your subject number. All right, so 1 minute has passed here. So this pump, just to give a demonstration while we're doing it, this is more of a hand pump. So we would squeeze and you hear that click for that 100 cc's, let it go. You would put that tube right in there to draw it out. So the other good thing I didn't mention is that these tubes are pre-calibrated, so you don't have to do that, such as with personal air sampling, which is very nice. Okay, and that's all there is to doing these. And there's no isopropanol alcohol in the air. But just to give a demonstration or show you a little bit closer here. So this orange will turn blue going that way, and it says the concentration in there. So. All right, great, thank you.